Hello YouTube, it's Keith Kevin Ken. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. It is Saturday. Happy Saturday as I record this. It's Saturday, December 3rd, 2016. Man, we're moving our way towards Christmas, aren't we? It just seems like between Thanksgiving and Christmas, that time in between is just a blur of shopping and advertising and everyone sending crap to my email. All my emails. Oh man, but it's great to be on a Saturday. It's a little chilly. Can you guys hear that? Maybe you can't. You know, the sirens are going on. It's chilly. Just a perfect day in the eastern part of the United States. Actually, it's not day, it's night because it's Saturday. You guys know how it is. Monday through Friday, we do the pocket dump deconstruction right before I run off to work late. At around 11 o'clock, that's when it's up. And then on the weekends, I'm just a sloth, plain and simple. I just lie around watching YouTube videos. I really catch up on all my YouTube, playing around with Netflix, eating, and then around this time I go, I got to get out of here. I go downstairs and I'll tell you, the one thing I do is I play with a big knife on Saturdays and Sundays. Saturdays, I have all my Amazon.com things that I buy. I try to bunch them up for Saturdays when I'm here. And then Sundays is Blue Apron Day, where I get my food from Blue Apron to last me for the week. If you guys haven't checked out Blue Apron, you should. And by the way, why do I keep giving them all this free publicity? They don't sponsor anything, but I kind of like it, you know, as a guy, as a bachelor. It's real nice. Anyway, and I always take down a big knife to play with. I call play with all the guys in the mailroom. They look forward to me on Saturdays and Sundays and my knives. And I brought down a nice one that they all loved, and so did I. And we'll talk about that at the end of this. Today, it's tag day because it's Saturday. My tag chronograph. Again, I have a regular rotation of watches that I use. Oh yeah. This is one of those long nights. And what a wonderful Cuban cigar, the Cueva. You know, a lot of times, I've been smoking Cuban cigars for quite a number of decades now. And, you know, someone said, how come you never know how to pronounce names? You know what's funny? I have a lot of Cuban cigars and smoke a lot of Cuban cigars. And in my mind, I have a name for them. And when I order them and when I pick them up and when someone shares them, I have a name for them. Usually you go, hey, this is a great Cuban cigar, and you don't really talk name out loud. And when I do, I probably mispronounce it, but people who I'm giving a cigar to don't care how I pronounce it. All they know is they've got a great premium Cuban cigar. So I do watch some cigar videos on YouTube as well, and a lot of these brands, they're announced a lot of different ways, just like a lot of knives are pronounced a lot of different ways. Anyway, you guys don't come to me, I hope not, for grammar lessons, okay? You come from stuff that men stuff in their pockets. But trust me, this is a wonderful Cuban cigar, Cueva. The coin today is part of that Australian lunar year. This is really series 2 from Australia. The first series, which I have all of the 1 ounce, 2 ounce, and half ounce coins that I share with you guys every now and then from Australia. This is series 2. This is the year of the horse, 2014. Just a real nice coin. Of course, I always carry a lucky coin here on the Keith Kevin Ken channel. I know we have a lot of people joining us. Thank goodness. I hope you guys are enjoying these daily, every single day. That's why I gave the date earlier, just to let you know that we do the pocket dump deconstruction every single day on Thanksgiving. Oh, we did a pocket dump deconstruction On Christmas, pocket dump deconstruction. Christmas Eve, me and Santa, pocket dump deconstruction. First collab, Santa Claus. Beat that. Let's see what else. Yeah, these weekend ones get a little crazy, don't they? What was I going to say? Oh, Keith, Kevin, Ken. So there are new people. It's called Keith, Kevin, Ken. I'm Kevin. I'm the middle of three brothers. Keith, my oldest, Ken, my youngest. We're all 2 years apart. Kekeke. And so our first names all sound the same. We're close in age, and so around the neighborhood, most of the time, people would go, if I walk down the street, Keith, Kevin, Ken. Keith, Kevin, Ken. If so they didn't know whether I was the youngest or the oldest. Of course, my friends did. And even my mother, when she got angry, Keith, Kevin, Ken, she didn't. She was like, I don't have time to figure out which one you are. You know which one is in trouble. So anyway, even if she did know which one was in trouble, the other two would definitely point the bad one out. So that's why it's Keith, Kevin, Ken. It's really in loving memory. No, a loving dedication. Memory sounds too. A dedication to my brothers. Let's see. That is a Finn Coach, one of my Finn Coach wallets. It's vodka this weekend. I love Saturdays. I do. I love Friday nights. You're off work. You're having fun. You know you don't have to go to work the next day. I know some of you do work on Saturdays and Sundays, and I know a lot of my friends are in the restaurant business, and they always say, no, this isn't my Friday. Well, just imagine it whenever it is your Friday or your Saturday. I love this day. Sundays, I love perfect mornings. I don't care if it's in the middle of the winter or the middle of the spring or summer or whatever. Just perfect. It's peaceful. I think your mind just says, hey, it's Sunday, right? And then Sunday afternoon, it starts creeping in, at least for me. When it gets to evening, I'm like, ugh, work is coming. So weekends are like a day and a half, right? But it is Saturday. I'm so happy for Saturday. I wanted to get just a nice little notepad. It's my Word notepad. It just has that real nice pattern on it. The Word pad is just like the Field notes, just different company with a different approach. It's just a lot of nice, different, colorful patterns on it. And then here's the knives. You guys know I always do 3 knives. I do a keychain knife, I do a medium-sized knife, and I do a larger knife. And I do that for a very strong belief that I have. Nah, I'm joking. I just do it because I like it. I have a bunch of I'm sorry, guys. It's true. I do it because I have a bunch of knives and I like to keep my pockets full. And my keychain knife, a lot of times people go, you got 3 knives, and look, it's a keychain knife. You have a keychain. I've seen keychains, and a couple of my friends have them. I love them, by the way. I see them all the time on YouTube. I see all the time on Instagram. By the way, my Instagram is at Keith Kevin King. Come join the feed. I post at least 4 knife-related photos a day, so come join the feed. You'll see knives you usually don't see on these daily pocket dump deconstructions. But I've seen keychains that literally weigh more than all 3 of these knives together. There's a lot of toys on it, a lot of openers, a lot of stuff. I love it. A lot of multi-tools. I love it. My keychain is a silver loop with 3 keys on it. So it's not heavy. And these are usually 2 ounces or less in size. This is my Spyderco ManBug. I know. I've been hovering around these ManBugs lately. It's funny. I've had a lot of ManBugs. This is a newer one that I finally got at a good price. But ladybugs, ManBugs, I always go in stretches, I'm loving these ManBugs. Obviously, I like the ladybugs, but the ManBugs just a little wider. Plus, you can say, it's a ManBug. That's what I have on my keychain. This is a little special one. It's a sprint run with a gray G10 stainless steel bolster on it. This is just under 2-inch blade, VG10 steel. Just a really nice knife, especially as a keychain knife. And let me tell you, that that VG10 steel is a very nice steel, especially for something like a keychain knife. This is a very handy knife. If you want to drop a knife in that little pocket in your blue jeans, us old folks used to call that the watch pocket. That was even before my time when you had the pocket watches, but change, that little change pocket or whatever, it's perfect for this. It doesn't come with a clip because it's too small for that. You can put it on a keychain. You can have a lanyard on it, drop it in a purse, whatever. But this is really a nice knife. And this, again, Sprint Run. Sprint Run for Spyderco are limited editions. Usually around 1,000 of them are made. And then first come, first serve. They sell out pretty quickly, get discontinued, and then you just catch them on the secondary market. That's my keychain knife. It's called the ManBug with that G10 and that bolster on it, which I really like. Gives it just a little bit more heft. And you have to love, at least I do, and then they have the stainless steel liners as well. Usually you find the Ladybugs and the ManBugs in lightweight FRN scales, right? That fiberglass reinforced nylon scales, that kind of strong plastic, because it's lightweight. You want a small, lightweight knife with a strong lock, the back lock. I mean, Spyderco's back lock, they didn't create it, but boy, they really work on this back lock. It's real nice and snappy. So it's really nice. That is the ManBug. That's a Sprint Run limited edition. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. I'll tell you, I love the Sage series from Spyderco. I just love it. I just think it's Spyderco. Spyderco does those small things, in marketing. Besides loving to do knives and doing all kinds of special knives and having some of the knife elder statesmen collaborating with them on knives, it's just a love of knives. And I'm sure it's because Sal Glasser's been around for 40 years making knives. What I love about the Sage series is just a number of things. The first is the fact that Spyderco says we're going to honor knife makers who have created something that all of us, me and you, really count on, and that's the lock of the knives. So each of the Sages celebrate a knife maker who created a lock. This is Sage 2. It's in titanium and it has a frame lock, and that is the Chris Reeve integral frame lock. Chris Reeve, you guys know I love Chris Reeve knives. Here's one right there. You guys know I love his knives. But I don't know if you guys know that he created the lock, the integral frame lock. He took a liner lock, at least the concept was take a liner lock and combine that with the outer side of the knife, the frame, and you save on a step and make it a little bit lighter. And I'll tell you, the frame lock is one of my favorite locks. For me, there's really 3 great locks. This is me. I have a bunch of locks. Some of my favorite knives have liner locks. I'm just saying, for me, if you needed to rate something, I love the frame lock. I love the compression lock that Spyderco created, and which is what they celebrate with the new Sage 5, is their own lock, the compression lock. I really like the frame lock. And then I just respect the back lock. I respect it. I'm not saying it's one of my favorite, but man, it's so strong, especially the way the Spyderco does it. But this is Chris Reeve, so they made it titanium because most of Chris Reeve's knives, when you talk about the Spyderzas have the titanium scales. All of the Sages, there are 5 different locks celebrated with the Sage series, but there are 6 different knives. Okay, the third knife actually has 2 knives that you can get. I have a video on all the Sages, so go check it out. Why am I stuck on this? Because I love it so much. Anyway, they all have the exact same profile. Nice, smaller knives, and that's why I like it too. 3-inch blades. They all have this really a Spyderco kind of traditional leaf blade. And they're all S30V steel. So they're all the same blade, but they all have different locks. And they all have, my favorite pocket clip, that wire clip from Spyderco. They're just nice knives. This is an EDC knife. All of the Sages are. They're just perfect for that. Users, but also just nice and well done. That's a nice collection to try to get. Just really nice. And then I ended up, this is not the knife I started with. I'll show you the knife that got away. I started with a Spyderco knife and then just said, it's a little too heavy. Let me go with this. And this is not super light, right? Yeah, this is the Reeve Star-Benza 25. It's a Star-Benza 25, but it's a collaboration and an exclusive of Wilson Tactical. Wilson Tactical is just like the name says. It's a company that does guns and other tactical things, like knives. They've worked with Chris Reeve on the Star-Benza. It's an entire line. It's the Star-Benza large and small Star-Benza 21. Called the Star-Benza 21. It's the Star-Benza 25. And then there's the Star-Tac, because you can't call an Umnumzun a Star-Benza, right? So instead of a Umnumzun, it is an Umnumzun, but it's called the Star-Tac. And the big thing about the Star-Benza and Star-Tacs are the starburst pattern on the scale. So they're basically plain Jane scales, titanium scales, and then the starburst is added on it. That's the brand for Wilson Tactical. You also see a little Wilson Tactical logo right there. The other thing that I've noticed about the Star-Benza family of knives with these stars bursts is, unlike every other knife that I own, guys, at least the Star-Benzas that I own a bunch of them. This is the first one that really puts the pattern, etches the pattern into the lock bar as well. Usually even when I show you my shiny, expensive inlaid Star-Benzas, he has polish, titanium, and then though that lock and that clip is plain. Here the clip is plain except he put the logo of Wilson Tactical on it. It's really nice. Also has a nice bead that has Wilson Tactical on it too. These are real nice knives. Now my question is, guess what I'm going to ask? Is the Nkosi coming? Large and small star Nkosis? What would they call them? I wonder what they'd call them. I'd love to see, especially my beloved small Nkosi with the starburst pattern. Other than that, it is a 25, 3.6-inch blade, S35 VN steel. It's got the hump and the notch, the 2 forward choils, everything that you've come to expect from a Star-Benza 25, but this is the Star-Benza family. Really nice. Star-Benza 25. Oh, I'd love to see the Nkosi. There you have it. That's the carry. I like this carry. That's what I'm taking as I put on my hat that droops over my ears and my heavy coat to go outside. and have a couple of drinks and some food with friends. That is the carry. So thumb it up. Let me hear you. That's how you shout. Shout back at me. Thumb it up. Let me know that you're watching the Pocket Dump deconstructions and that I should continue to do this every single day. Thumb it up. Share it. There's a little thing that says share. Share it. Let people know that we're around and that we're here to stay. That's right. We're going to go through at least 4 knives every single day. Every single day. I'd like to know that this is what you want to keep seeing. And also, hit that subscribe button. Become a part of our group here, our knife group. You know, there are a lot of people showing knives on YouTube. I watch most of them. I love them all. I really do. Some are very technical. Some I love because I learned so much. Hey, look, I'm not Mr. Technical. We're here going through a daily pocket dump every single day and hundreds of knives in thousands of combinations. So stay with us. Let's have some fun. Let's talk about how good it is to have things in your pocket. Huh? So hit that subscribe button. We're going for 2,000 subscribers. Once we do, I'm going to go through another one of my Pelican cases and also give away 2 large Spyderco knives. At least 1, maybe 2. I haven't decided yet. Well, I have a little bit of time. We're a little bit away from 2,000. So hit that subscriber button. But we're going to give away 2 knives. At least 1 will be a Spyderco limited edition sprint run knife. Limited edition sprint run. That means only about 1,000 of them made. We will definitely give those away. They're new. I took them out of the box to take a picture. And I'll take a picture of them once I get close, and we're going to give them away. But that's what we're doing when we hit 2,000. Hey, you guys, thank you very much. You have a perfect day. Appreciate your time. Appreciate your attention. Hope you had some fun looking at all these knives. But before I go, I want to talk about the knife that got away. And this, my friends, is the Butch Vallotton collaboration with Spyderco. It is the Vallotton. Man, I came across this knife last night and I said, I'm carrying this thing. And I just played with it. I have not carried it in a long time. And then I got up and I went, man, this is a thick knife. What makes this knife so wonderful is its thickness. It is a beast of a knife, but man, it also is so well done. There's one thing I hate about this knife, and we'll get to that. It has nothing to do with the function, but man, it's such a wonderful knife. I remember buying this. It's so smooth and just falling in love. Now, many say Butch Vallotton is the one that created the thumb studs. You can open this with the thumb studs, but of course this has the Spidey hole. And this is a wonderful knife because the thumb studs, not only can you open them, but they have, can you see that? Let's see if we can focus on a little bit more. Right in the back, you see, watch, studs fit right in this. Listen. So those studs are also the stop pin for the knife. Yeah, it has a wonderful liner lock. A lot of people, whenever you have people talking about the Butch Vallotton, a lot of times they'll go, yeah, but they have this little, look, I hate how the lock comes out and isn't flush and all of that. You know what? I get it. You can't ignore it, but you don't feel it at all. No one says they feel it. And I love it because it's easy to access. Usually, even with Spyderco and a lot of other people, it'll be flush. Spyderco made the thing right here, the little dip, so you can get your thumb in there, but it doesn't bother me one iota. And it's so smooth and so wonderful. I love it. I love the smooth G10. This was the first knife I got with smooth G10, and man, Spyderco does smooth G10 like no other. And then I love the stainless steel bolsters, you know, in two places. And then Spyderco does bolsters so well for a production knife. You just don't feel the transitions, which are really nice. 4-way clip, and that's what I hate about this. Now, nowadays, Spyderco doesn't do that. But listen, if you're going to do a wonderful bolster that looks great, don't screw it up with 3 holes in it. You know, hey, guys, you either get it right or left. Tip up. If you want tip down, hey, I like tip up. A third of my collection is tip down because I love the knife more than I love tip up or tip down. But, man, they don't do that anymore, okay? Now you see them, it's like, you know, we spent all this time on this bolster. You know, we're not going to put holes in the bolster. I don't like it because it's such a wonderful knife. Look how thick that stock is. Look at those stainless steel liners. And then it has this smooth G10 back spacer that goes all the way over. Lanyard hole. Yeah, it's the ugly clip, but it's their standard clip that really works. I think, you know, you see something that's substantial like this. I love the Butch Vallotton. I love having it in my hands. I love having it in my hands a lot more than I love having it in my pocket because it does take up some space. 3.75-inch blade, S30V steel. Just a wonderful knife. I'll tell you, Eric Glasser, the son of Sal, from Spyderco, showed a prototype of the little Vallotton. Yeah, smaller Vallotton. It looks like this, but it's probably about this much bigger with a smaller. I liked it. I can't wait to see it. Now, on the catalog, the 2017 catalog, it's not on there. It's not on there as a sprint run. It's not on there in the regular section as a new knife. So it's probably going to be featured in the mid-year catalog. And he had said that it would be coming later, but I can't wait. That's one of the knives that got me excited. So I can't wait to see a smaller version of this. That's going to be a nice knife. This is the Vallotton. It got away from me. The Butch Vallotton. Oh man, I'm laying on a couch and I go, oh, I gotta do a daily. I'm getting out of here. Let me do this video. And then I start talking to you guys and I go too long. I apologize for that. You guys know the drill. Fast forward it or whatever. Stop it and get it in chunks. Sorry about that. And it's Saturday, so I needed to bring a big knife down there to the mail room because they will not let me go without this. In fact, they keep my mail in the back of the mail room. And it's crowded these days during the holiday season with all the packages. And we just have fun. I always think, just like when I'm talking to you guys about knives and the pocket dump, I go, oh, this will be quick. Let me just do this real quick and get it over with. And I stay down there for an hour as they cut up boxes. This right here is the Spyderco K2. Big knife. And what a wonderful knife too, man. All titanium. Just a mega knife. It's thin though. It's thin. It's not that heavy because of how thin it is. It's just not, but it's a big beast of a knife. 4.5-inch blade. Hello. 10V steel. Tool steel. Just a wonderful hunk of a knife. I'll tell you. That is the Spyderco K2, and that's my big knife for this Saturday. Saturday and Sundays, we always have a big knife because I always have to go down to the mail room and share my big knife with them. There you have it, folks. That's it. You have a perfect day. Keep those pockets full. Find some time for yourself. You guys just have a perfect day. Goodbye.